I don't imagine my foreskin could be bent and I remain with a whole body. I would not be whole anymore. And I suspect my age mates, those that I grew up with, a lot of whom, I know some, ethnic groups in Zimbabwe who do that as part of their cultural practice. They have every right to do so. But those that have not done it, I don't see many resorting to that kind of a thing. And don't tell me that people have not been aware of such claims. But we have our own ways of looking after our health. And this is what we should be insisting on, emphasizing, underlining.
What do some of your cabinet colleagues tell you about all this?
Well, some of them have told me it's madness. It's madness, really. It is bizarre for anyone to then suggest that a male circumcision will certainly reduce HIV/AIDS transmission, instead of focusing on the real problems caused by the spread of HIV/AIDS. And I don't see many takers. But I'm not stopping anyone. If anybody wants to say, I have a change of heart, I have a change of mind, good luck to them. But myself, my children are not doing that.
I've just bumped into a legislator, Willis Mazimure. Your thoughts on circumcision? Sorry, just to bump into you.
Yeah, well, it is a good idea. Whatever reduces the AIDS, continued infections, I think it is better to give it a try.
Are you going for circumcision yourself?
Yeah, I'm give it a consideration, a strong consideration.
Well, why a strong consideration, legislator?
Yeah, because
people
it's
are saying
something.
Lead by example.
Yes, leading by example is very, very important, and that's why I've said I'm going to give it a very good view of it.
Thank you very much, Mr. Zimere. Really appreciate it.
Okay, thank you.
I'm here at the Parliament of Zimbabwe. I'm still searching for answers. I really want to know if ministers and some of these parliamentarians are going to go for circumcision. I can see Honorable Minister Nelson Chamisa, the Acting Minister of Public Service and Information Communication Systems, is here. I'll just try to step in. Minister, how are you?
How are you,
My name is Brian Ongwam from the BBC.
Yes.
There's so much talk about circumcision. You are the youngest cabinet minister.
Yes.
Are you going to go for circumcision?
Well, it's an individual choice, and I think the emphasis really has to be on matters of individual discretion rather than to make it compulsory.
Do you think there's a lot of irresponsible behavior around?
I think there's a lot of irresponsible behavior. That is what we should be loyal to and faithful to. Yes, circumcision is a way which is good, but I think it has to be voluntary rather than...
Are you going to volunteer yourself?
Myself, I think there's no need because of... other than if I'm doing it for religious reasons. I can't do it for issues to do with social...
People are saying, legislators, set a good example. You are the youngest cabinet minister. Many youths are indulging in promiscuity. They're saying, set a good example yourself.
I have a better way of setting a good example. I'll set a good example through my behavior. It has to be circumcision of the mind rather than circumcision of the organ. It has to be circumcision of the attitude rather than the circumcision of just the mere body part, without necessarily going to the deeper issues of how we behave, our culture, how we respect issues of eliminating promiscuity.
Okay, I'm still here at Parliament. I've just met Honourable Legislator Betty Chikawa from National Central. She represents ZANU-PF. Thank you very much for your time, ma'am. Is it a good idea to have MPs going for circumcision?
It is a very, very good idea because they will be setting up a good example in the country. That population can be prevented from this deadly disease of HIV. Although it is not 100% protection, but it has a good potential that the disease will be prevented.
Are people within your party, ZANU-PF, taking this whole idea of going for circumcision seriously to set a good example?
I'm sure they will, because they've always wanted to set up a good example.